So as you can see, welcome to Dartmouth Park, just right around the corner. So there is a map here just showing you all the different things. There is quite a few pools over here. I actually do know with this place there is an ice house further right at the back. We've got some old ruins. But it's really cool, this park actually. I want to sit down on the bench for like 2 minutes. You see on there is a name, Dave Ferguson. Walk on with hope in your heart and you'll never walk alone. What a nice motto that is, really quite cool. So here we go, just over viewing the views of the park, just right around the distance. It's nice just to come up here and relax. I mean, many people have told me they've been here before, had a long walk around it. There is an industrial trail, which is the coal mining walk, which I'll talk to you about a bit later on. Hoping I do make it that far. So I think the route we've got to take is go all that way, which will take us all the way down there. Let's go show you that house just right the way behind, which is going to be interesting to show you. So here we are, we've also got another map now, so this will just tell you basically the border of Dartmouth Park, the pools, Arboretum, Bluebell Dell. You see all the boundary just going all the way around. It actually tells you the date of when Dartmouth Park actually opened, 3rd of June 1878, check out the date of that. So this park is actually dating back way back a bit. What really interests me about Dartmouth Park is you just entering right the way in. You can just see right the way there, that very old house just onto the corner. I mean, the architecture of that is just so amazing. It definitely really does tell you of an old black country house that was here many, many years ago. I know there's quite a lot of information about Dartmouth Park on the internet, so we'll tell you a bit about it. I'll quickly show you the architecture of it. But you can just see, check out that. Zooming right the way in. It's just that architecture of the bottom parts there and the little bit of wood. I might be actually grade listed, but what I'm thinking this is, you can check out the gates just right around the corner. I'm not too sure if this is a very, very old gatehouse. So many years ago, was there an house on here? Is there still a house on here? I've never been over here to actually find out. So it could be similar to Hayden Hill, but there is a bigger house that maybe have been here. But that is quite cool, either a gatehouse or a normal house, but the architecture behind that is really crazy. So right, Dartmouth Park, an interesting fact actually about it. The park was opened on the 3rd of June 1878 by the 5th Earl of Dartmouth and Alderman Reuben Farley, and attended by 40,000 people. Wow, look how many people attended the opening. So picture on for you now so you can just see Dartmouth Park back in those old days in West Bromwich. Wow, check out that. So just coming all the way down, it became the social life of West Bromwich in 1887. The 6th Earl gave more land from the estate to extend to the park so it could have a pleasure pool and a swimming pool. The swimming pool wasn't successful and became much loved Bowling Green. A beautiful boathouse was built and the boating pool was very popular with courting. Couples, as their young men wanted to impress their young ladies with their rowing prowess. Wow. In June 1923, the then Prince of Wales visited the park to present on behalf of the 6th Earl of Dartmouth. Wow, 1923. The freehold of the park to the people of West Bromwich are also meeting with West Bromwich war veterans. Just show you that down there in a bit. In August of the same year, the iconic war memorial was unveiled by the Earl. 1928 saw the first paddling pool installed, which became from Drayton Manor. Wow, Drayton Manor. This followed in the 1970s by a tiered water play area, which, although popular, proved unsustainable. There's quite a lot of information behind Dartmouth Park, telling you about 1940s. Joe Johnson, his wife, says there, Florrie took over running of the refreshment rooms. He was born in Grimsby in 1911 and his illustrious football career took him to play for teams in Scunthorpe. It's telling you quite a lot of information. So if I drop that in the description, you can actually read about it and that's bits of information about Dartmouth Park. Let's check out that. There's one more view from there, the architecture from this side. But what I like about it is that point right the way at the top up to there. Let's check out that. Really amazing architecture. Let's go back down, let's go and check out the rest of Dartmouth Park. So I mean, as you just see, coming just this way, he just backs off from the house. Got a pub on the corner, Crown and Cushion. That does look like a very old pub once more by the architecture of that one. So how far is that one dating back? Drop it in the comments, the Crown and Cushion. So just panning all the way around, it does come to a bit of an open land now. Nice bit of park this actually. I do really like the views of it, and in the distance you can just see further right away at the back. Got like a little radio tower sticking right the way out in the distance. Not too sure where that is. Well, that's quite cool, that is. Nice little view. Let's go show the Great War Memorial thing sticking right the way up. So here we are, this is the Great War Memorial, 1914 to 1918. It's got on there their name, liveth for more, evermore, the fallen in World War II and other conflicts. So it says there, the Book of Memory, recording the names of the West Bromwich men who served in the Great War, can be inspected at the public library. I mean, that's dating really back quite a bit. You just tell by the architecture of this what they put here. It's actually quite nice to put a memorial from the people in World War II actually, and then right away at the top. And then coming further down, we have got the bandstand. We'll also actually go and see if we can get inside that. I'll have a quick walk to it. And you see from the corner here, you see the bandstand right away there. Let's go and check out that. So here we are, this is the bandstand. Check out this. How cool is to see this. And the architecture of it right away at the top. You just imagine that this really does date back quite a bit. It's actually one that we can actually walk in as well. Dedicated to Betty and Bill Finney in recognition of their love of the park. Oh wow, so is it really old? Well, check out that from above. Really quite cool. You imagine Hayden Hill Park by me would have had something quite similar to this. It's really lovely to see that. And there we go, that's actually one of the little bandstands right away in Dartmouth Park. I think there is pools right away at the bottom somewhere. Let's go and check out what is down here. So we've got another information board, Friends of Dartmouth Park, Sensory Garden, which is all this surrounding landscape, and also onto the corner there. You can see pictures. It's nice to see they're actually maintaining the park itself, and all this, planting new plants, maintaining the trees right away in the distance. But you see there is even maintenance work going on the corner and them readjusting the plants down there, planting new stuff. Very nice to see that. I mean, many parks within the Black Country, some of them don't really get maintained as well. It's nice to see this one's being maintained to a very high standard. Panning all the way down, you can just see down to the bottom there is a massive pool just lurking right the way down there. But if I just quickly zoom in, you can just see that yourself. So let's go and check that out and we're going to have a look at that. But wow, check out that. Real beautiful pools. Look how well this is really maintained. And what's quite cool about it is much wildlife over here. You've got your Canada goose, but you just sit here and just check out how beautiful this really is. Zooming in, you've actually got some coots with their babies. Look how small the babies are, just onto the bottom there. Not sure if you'd be able to see them. I wish I had my zoom camera, but they are beautiful. They remind me of very young chickens, those coots do, and moorhens. But those are so beautiful just to see that, them on the nest, and all the babies are all surrounded on there. So how cool is that? You haven't really got to travel far to see wildlife. You just travel right around your doorsteps to come to places like this. But wow. I mean, some of the birds are really tame over here. I mean, just had a wood pigeon just try and come and fly next to me. It just flew off now. But you've got the Canada goose, your typical water bird, which you do expect to get on pools itself. But there's a moorhen over there, just lurking right away within the overgrowth, just onto the corner. But wow, that's what really does fascinate me, is that bigger pool. Let's go and see what all this one's about. So right here we are, this is actually another massive pool itself. Check out the scale of this, it's real huge. Got a coot down there, check out the coot's feet. See the coot, just before I got to the bottom, the coot's actually just gone off. You see there's quite a lot of more wildlife onto it, but check out the scale of that, just viewing right away in the distance. How beautiful is that? Might get a nice couple of pictures from here in a minute. You see, just backs down off the side and descends down there. But I think the way we've got to get to Sandwell Valley is to walk that perimeter and go straight in that line over the back over there. I think it does cross by a motorway, I think. Then we get to the private section is down the back. It's very clear, check out this. You can just see there's quite a lot of stuff in there, actually, coins. Very clear that water is, check out that. It's actually one of the clearest pools that I've seen in the area. Wow. There we go, that's actually Dartmouth Park. There is quite a lot to see, so if you've never been to Dartmouth Park, then I'm going to have to say it's very much definitely worth checking out. It's a very beautiful place. I mean, to see the pools and the architecture of the bandstand at the top, and then that little house thing right there. It's just amazing. It's what you can expect to see within the Black Country, some very good stuff like this. Let's go and journey on. We're going to make our way now to Sandwell Valley Park. Let's go and see what it's got to offer. So right, here we are. I think this is actually the car park now to get into Sandwell Valley. As you can just see, got a little place where you can actually hide. Got golf and tennis. There's actually some public facilities there. I actually might go and use them before getting to Sandwell Valley. You see, there is quite a big park into it. You've got a lot of climbing frames, and I do know my mum Jules used to always talk about a massive zip line that used to go from one side to the other. Don't know if the zip line's actually still there, but it would be quite cool to see if it is. Well, I remember as a kid when I was very younger actually coming over here sometime, but I can't remember Sandwell Valley too much in a way. But it is a real massive place, and there is quite a lot of industrial stuff over here hidden, so we're going to try and check that out, like old bridges for collieries, tramways. But it is real big in scale, as you can just see. Check out that. So right, I have no idea where we're heading. Bike shop hire 55 yards, adventure centre, which is right above the back. And we got there Sandwell Park Farm and Family Trail, 350 yards. So I have no idea which way it is to the private section, just right down the back. But what I'm going to do is just journey straight where I think it would be. But I'm going to have a look at that farm because it says Sandwell Park Farm. Never been over there. Is it free to go in? Let's go and check it out and see what it's all about.